Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I'm going to give you all a little chuckle today. I would say you should have a laugh at my expense. I've picked a Rojo Brillante. I only had two on my tree. The other one's quite a bit bigger and much lighter orange than this, so nowhere near ready. But the reason I picked this one is because I noticed in the bag that it was starting to go mouldy and bad. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the fruit is firm, so I think it's going to be very astringent still. But for the sake of science, I'm going to cut it in half and I'm going to try it, and you can judge from the reaction on my face just how unpleasant and astringent it is. The reason I'm not leaving it on the tree any longer is obviously it was starting to rot there. There's no realistic way to carry on ripening it indoors once part of the fruit is going bad, because all that's going to do is go bad very quickly. Most likely when I cut it in half, the area nearest to this section was starting to ferment and deteriorate will probably have less astringency. I'm going to guess the firm piece on the other side, which is very solid, is going to be extremely astringent. But we're going to cut it in half and have a look at the inside, and then I'll give it a taste and let you all have a chuckle at my expense. So bear with me while I flip the camera around and we'll see what it looks like inside. Welcome back to the other part of the video. I think it's very sporting of me to taste a fruit that I'm fairly convinced is going to be very astringent, but I'm going to cut it in half. It'd be nice if I was wrong, and sad for you because you won't see the horror on my face. So let's see if we can get this cut in half. I'm going to pull the core out. Now, interestingly, this has got at least one seed in it. So it's been pollinated, the flower, on the plant. I'm not sure which one of my persimmons has pollinated it because I didn't think I had any male ones left. So, obviously we're going to side skirt the bit that's gone a bit off, which is a bit of a shame. It's a nice colour looking fruit inside, and it is a bit squashy, so it might have lost a lot of its astringency if I'm very lucky. I'm pretty sure there'll be some more. Yeah, there's some more seeds in it. Whether or not I decide to plant them remains to be seen. I might just stick them in a pot in the garden and leave it at that. So let's just see what this is like. Well, my luck's in and your luck isn't. Very, very, very slight hint of astringency, but it may have, with some astringent persimmons, they lose the astringency if they've been pollinated. I'm still kind of quite surprised to find seeds in it. I didn't think it was going to have any at all. In actual fact, I'd say it's got, looks to me like it's got probably 7 or 8 seeds. Interesting, because you never get seeds. Well, you can, but I've never found seeds in the store-bought one. But actually, that Rojo Brillante's very nice. Yeah, I probably will plant the seeds. Maybe I'll stick them in the fridge. But lovely colour. Really, really quite surprised because I thought that was going to be astringent. The other one on the tree definitely will be. I mean, there's a hint of astringency there, but it's so slight. But what a lovely, glorious dark orange colour. In fact, I'd say that's the best Rojo Brillante I've had off my tree, because in previous years they've been spoilt by frosts or damaged by animals. And actually that one's turned out to be very pleasant. Now, I'm planning, sorry, just trying to clean up the seeds a bit. I'm planning to try and put this fruit tree, the Rojo Brillante, in the ground because it's not doing well in a pot. And as I said, it's only produced 2 fruits this year because I had to cut it back because of damage. But it's not too squashy. I don't like them when they're super soggy squashy. It's just somewhere in between. But I'm really pleased. So as I said, I'm going to plant it in the ground this winter, all being well, if I can reorganise the garden to allow me to do that. And I believe that once they're in the ground, that they'll do much better and will fruit for me. But I'm going to keep the trees heavily pruned so they don't grow more than about 7 feet tall by about 3 or 4 feet wide, because I want to try and have about 8 trees in the ground, which would be hard to do if I let them get too big. But that is really, really nice. I'm really pleased with it, and I didn't even have to cheat and give it any kind of treatment to remove the astringency. That was just tree ripened and picked today on the 9th of November, and I only picked it because it was starting to get mouldy, but the other one I plan to leave on the tree much longer. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hope you found it of some interest. Please give me a big thumbs up. Share the video if you think anybody you know might be interested in growing persimmons or Sharon fruits in the UK. That variety was Rojo Brillante, bright red or brilliant red, depending on your translation. And remember to click on the bell if you'd like to know when new videos come out. I'll see you all soon. Brett out for now.